Hello, this is Connor from Connor on the Rails, and today I'm in Portsmouth, Rhode Island at the Rail Explorers.
In carts, so it means you need to help with the pedaling.
No, I know I will. On July 6th, 2019, my family and I went down south to the Rhode Island edition of the Rail Explorers as a 13th birthday present. While I'm getting all set up for the trip north, let me tell you a bit about Rail Explorers. Rail Explorers is an organization that opened in the Adirondacks in New York back in 2015. Since then, it has expanded its operations to here in Portsmouth, Rhode Island, and in Las Vegas, Nevada. On the Rhode Island division, there are two routes you can take. The first route is the Southern Circuit. The Southern Circuit takes you on its namesake direction 3 miles down to Bayside Station, and then you go back up 3 miles to the Portsmouth Grove Station, where both routes terminate. The one we're taking today is the Northern Ramble. The Northern Ramble is a 6-mile ride to Hummock Station, and then you take a shuttle bus back. Woo!
Go too fast, you can coast.
And we are underway. Of our quad rail bike is a passenger train. In between April and December, this 5-car train rolls up the Rail Explorers route, doing dinner trains, murder mystery trains, and Santa trains. Before long, we make it to our first grade crossing. It's very anticlimactic, though. It was only used for golf carts. There are red markers placed along the line indicating a cool place along the route. So we just hit milepost 1, marker 1, and it's right there on the map. Let's see if we can find it in here. The Melville Ponds Recreation Area, 150 acres of coastal woodland. Huh. Let me explain it to you in more detail. The first red marker we come across is for the Melville Ponds Recreation Area. It is 150 acres of nature reserve. It has 4 miles of hiking trails, opportunities for bird watching, and freshwater fishing in the upper and lower lakes of the reserve for some delicious trout. Topiary garden. Must have said that wrong.
So slow down, guys.
Marker number 2 is the Green Animals Topiary Garden. It is the oldest topiary garden in the United States. It was established in 1872, and today there are 80 topiary displays in the garden now. The garden is owned by the Preservation Society of Newport County. There's another red marker up ahead. That'll be Cory's Lane. The third marker is Cory's Lane, which was used to house a flag stop and is a great fishing and photography spot. This is 4. This is the Portsmouth Abbey School. The Portsmouth Abbey School is at the 4th marker. 350 students from 26 countries attend the school. The school's boathouse is located right next to the railroad tracks. Red marker 5, that's the Bloody Brook and the Battle of Rhode Island. The 5th marker is where the Bloody Brook and the Battle of Rhode Island took place. The battle was named the Bloody Brook because there were so many casualties that the brook ran red with blood. Now, before we see the next marker, let's take a look at an interview I had with one of the employees there. Hello, I'm Connor from Connor on the Rails, and today I'm in Portsmouth, Rhode Island, at the Rail Explorers, and I'm here with Casey, one of the people who works here, and I'm going to ask her a few questions. So, do you know how the Rail Explorers started?
Yes, I do. So actually our owners here are from Australia. They got the idea off of a Korean soap opera. They saw these bikes on the TV and they thought it was really neat. I guess in Korea they use these to get around the cities. So they saw the idea. I think they tried to do it in Australia, but they couldn't get the jurisdiction. So then they came over to the States and they started it here. We have a division here in Rhode Island. We have a division up in the Catskills in New York, and then we have one up in Boulder City next to Vegas in Nevada.
Wow. And what railroad tracks is this division?
So it used to be it's just the Newport railroads. So it starts all the way at the end of the Seconic River at the end of Aquidneck Island here, and it goes all the way into Newport. So the rails are not in use anymore, unfortunately, but we use them here as well as the dinner train. We have a dinner train that goes out some nights, and it's really lovely. You guys get to eat on the train, and you go through some of the scenic views as well.
How many pedal carts are in this division?
So right now we actually have 8 tandems, which is the 2-person cars, and we have 6 quads. But starting in 2 weeks, we're getting 8 new bikes. So our fleet's going to go to from 40 people to almost 60 people. I think it'll be like 56.
Oh, that's interesting. And what routes do you have to offer?
So we have 2 routes. The first one is the one that you just did today. It was lovely. It goes northern. The northern route goes for about 6 miles out straight. You go through some very well-to-do developed land areas like private waterfront estates, golf courses, country clubs. You see part of different nature sanctuaries. Mm-hmm. It's definitely about the views. It's lovely. In the afternoons and the evenings, we run a southern tour. For that tour, it's more about the destination because we utilize the sunset. You go for 3 miles out south. Then you stop at a lovely cliffside picnic area where you have views of the Newport Bridge and some Prudence Islands and some of the other islands out there. You stop for about 25 to 30 minutes and we offer a fire pit out there. You guys hang out, relax, eat and drink. Then we spin the bikes for you and then you pedal the 3 miles back in.
Wow, sounds very interesting. Might have to come back up and do that one.
Yeah, it's definitely fun. It's good for like a little date night or something. On Fridays we do offer s'mores out there for free as well.
Well, thank you for talking.
Thank you, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
6. It's the Aqueduct Club.
Number 6 is where the Aqueduct Club stands today. This area used to be a vast network of coal mining. The club features residences and golf courses. The 7th marker is Portsmouth Station. Portsmouth Station was a coal mining station built in 1855. It was a critical part of the Rhode Island coal industry, with a connection to the wharves. It served passenger and freight service until 1968.
Island and Hog Island Shoals Lighthouse.
The 8th marker is really hard to spot, but it's there. The Hog Island and Hog Island Shoals Lighthouse was built in 1901 to protect boats from the rocky shoals of Hog Island. The lighthouse is now privately owned on the Register for National Historic Places. At around 5/6 mark of the journey, we stopped by Rail Explorer's employees. The reason was that behind us was a beautiful view of the Mount Hope Bridge, and we stopped to get a picture. After the picture, they moved us up a bit and told us to wait for a couple of minutes. After about 5 minutes, one of the employees waved us through the crossing and we were underway again. As we were leaving the shaded siding we were sitting in, we went by marker number 10. In this area, the Bristol ferry landing was located for ferries for people and goods. Ferries ran as early as 1640. George Washington used a ferry from this landing in 1781. The ferry was discontinued in 1929 when the Mount Hope Bridge was built. Not after too long, we arrived at our final destination, Hummock Station. Hummock Station is a small little platform with a shed, and when we arrived, an employee was there to guide us into the station. We stopped at the edge of the platform. The employee guided us to the turntable. He showed us how to turn the bikes around for the return trip. It was very cool. When we got back on the bus and our adventure was over.
Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And always remember, enjoy trains.